Why Dr. Milorad G Markovic was murdered. Translation from Serbian. Ravna Gora warrior Dr. Milorad G Markovic was the Deputy Director General of Reserve Police International for the world, and at that time also presiding of the Congress of all Serbian parties in America. He claimed to know who kidnapped Nicholas Kalabić and then killed him in a terrible way, and after that captured the Ministry of War of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, General Dragoljub Mihailovic, Cica, by a ruse. According to the man who gave this information to Milorad G Markovic, that was the top state secret of Yugoslavia and America. According to the late Dr. Milorad Markovic, one of our Serbs, in parentheses, who at that time was an active senior CIA official in Washington, told him all this in confidence. Namely, that one of our famous dukes, after his placing his family and his chetniks, in parentheses, families in safety in free America, in parentheses, in order to save his skin, made an agreement and helped Tito and the former U.S. intelligence to capture Cica. Now, whether all this is true, only time will tell. But if you ask me what I think, it's simple. This is an agent provocateur who, with lies and gossip, not only cheated Dr. Milorad G Markovic, but also many prominent Serbs. The man who gave Dr. Milorad G Markovic this information is the son of a prominent Serb, even a professor at a military intelligence school in California. This man was actually a member of the UDBA. While abroad during a meeting with his father, they agreed that he would confess everything and that he worked for the UDBA. And so he got political asylum, American citizenship, and later even became a CIA officer. It is interesting that after Dr. Milorad G Markovic vanished, this man became a billionaire overnight and president of the Congress of all Serbian parties in America. I know him personally because I beat him up in 1971 when he attacked me physically with a group of top criminals and drug dealers, the leaders of the underworld Zemun, at the place I worked in Stockholm, at the time that I was negotiating with the Swedish kingdom about capturing top international gangsters who were involved in a smuggling heroin affair. When Dr. Milorad G Markovic gave me the true identity of our Serb, in parentheses, of the Central Intelligence Agency of America, who at that time was the main financier of Slobodan Milosevic, it was clear that here there was a cunning criminal who fed the naive Americans and at the same time the Serbian immigrants with lies. In 1971, a secret meeting took place between the heads of the Swedish Security Service IB, which was also attended by the heads of the Secret Service of Finland and Britain, regarding the capture of top drug dealers in Europe and America. One of these gang leaders was our Serb, in parentheses, with the son of another top political immigrant, whose father was a senior Serbian priest in America. In order to foil the agreements between the Kingdom of Sweden and myself, that our Serb, in parentheses, with his mafia, arranged for me to be arrested on spurious charges. Even something at that moment I could not physically have done because my left hand was broken during karate training. But that did not help. The x-rays were destroyed, and I was only led in front of a judge after spending a few months locked up in isolation with my hand already healed. At that moment, I became aware of how powerful that international gang is. But I did not surrender. I went after them even harder. but not as hard as I'm going to do that in future. Many members of the Yugoslav secret services abroad worked for a criminal who was born in Belgrade, whose parents had emigrated to Israel. They smuggled the heroin through diplomatic post from Europe to America. Of course, all this was not permitted by the authorities of Yugoslavia and America. Now, these were and still are the real mafia in uniform who were successfully prosecuted by the Yugoslav Federal Counterintelligence, Tanja, from the late 60s until my defection in Brussels on December 15th, 1973. It is now legally impossible for myself to fight against such a strong gang that under the guise of the police and intelligence agencies are active in almost all Western countries. Dr. Milorad G. Markovic disappeared from the face of the earth when he disclosed the identity of the real fighter, in parentheses, against terrorism and crime. I hope there are still people in this world who really dare to fight against the real criminals and terrorists, which unfortunately our Serbian nation also has. End of the translation, why Dr. Milorad G. Markovic was murdered. The article, Why Dr. Milorad G. Markovic was murdered, a translation from the Serbian, was written by Dr. Slobodan Mitric, World Director of Reserve Police International.
It's a little bit late for us, and I feel like there's no other kind of way to get out of here. Over the rainbow, there's something I want to tell you. Well, I said over the rainbow, some things I want to show you. So tell me how it feels for every day that you broke my dreams, for every day that I felt so bad. I don't know, it's not the same if I get you back, but is it such a sin if I hold you back? You're just the queen of my tears. You're just the queen of my tears. And you know, time is running out for us, we can't get it back. There's no place, no other place where my soul can feel warm like in your place last night. But tell me how it feels for every dream that you shattered now, for every step that we walk tonight. Oh, I don't know, it's not the same if I get you back, but is it such a sin if I hold you back? You're just the queen of
just the smell you left on this wall. And then you walk down my skin. It's like a sound I feel in your shadow in the night. I've lost me behind the words you let inside of my mind. You're leaving, laying down my dreams. You're not so far away from my clouds made of fears. Anyway, I need a night to say you something, anything. It's like it seems if I can hold you. I leave the colors on your face. I leave the things you left on my bed tonight. Anyway, you're the time I wish I hold you. I don't ask anything else. Sometimes I dream you. Sometimes I dream you. Now where is the light? The candles living under the wind. That's why I can't be so quiet. You light your eyes in another side, far away. Anyway, another night to say you something, anything is like it seems if I can hold you. I leave the car